August 4th Board of Public Works and Safety meeting. We are streaming live on City of Madison YouTube channel and archiving the meeting there. Clerk, we have a roll call, please.
Sure. Carl Eaglin.
Here.
Bob Courtney.
Here.
And Dave Carlo.
Here.
All right. We have minutes from the last meeting dated July 21st. Accept a motion to approve the minutes.
I make a motion, we approve the minutes as printed.
I'll second your motion.
Any discussion? Comments or questions? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thanks. And moving on to claims, please.
Mayor, had an opportunity to review the claims. We have two sets, general claim docket and the payroll docket. I'll make a motion that the claims be approved as submitted.
I'll second David's motion.
Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thanks. And moving on to the beginning of the agenda, Brian?
Morning. We're going to start it out with something exciting. We've been looking at wheel loaders for down at the treatment plant. You guys should have all that data in your packet. It's got a spreadsheet and a kind of an overview letter, and that's basically what I'll head over with. They've been testing loaders for a while now. The current one we have at the plant doesn't meet all of our requirements that we need at the plant, so we've been looking to get a new one for a while. The one we have, we are going to sell to the street department for $20,000 because they need one. So it's a good deal for them. It's a good deal for us. We get something that fits our needs. And I won't go over everything in detail. You've got that spreadsheet. The only thing that I would like to point out is the one out of the four that we're recommending isn't the lowest price one, but it's the best one. It has a rear view camera and some other things, safety features, that the one that's $4,000 cheaper does not have. And the costs, what we're looking at for the first two columns, the CAT 914 is the one we're recommending. The one that's similar to it is the John Deere 344P. The other CAT and John Deere, we tested those. They were a little bit too big for us. They were a little bit larger than these first two because we needed something that we have a higher reach with our bucket, and those were just too big for us to maneuver in our plant. So we got it down to those two, and then based on the costs and their features, we're recommending the CAT 914. Have you guys read the letter? Yeah. Okay.
Brian did a couple questions here.
Yes, sir.
On quotes, where did you get quotes from for the price of the
From the CAT dealers and the John Deere dealers.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, they bring the vehicles to us, they provide us quotes, and I just put it in a format for all you guys to see.
And the cost of this, where is that coming from?
Out of our capital budget
Out of
for the
capital
sewer.
Do they ever lease this type of equipment?
I don't lease, they will finance, but I don't want to pay interest.
Is this the best warranty you can get, 12 months?
Well, that's something I didn't mention. The warranty on the CAT 914, we're actually getting the 60-month. That's why I included a warranty sheet with that one. That price also includes the Premier warranty.
Okay.
Which the other one, the John Deere, does not come with the Premier warranty. It only comes with the powertrain and the hydraulics warranty. You can see on your sheet there. It's a couple levels below the Premier, and that's a 60-month warranty on the CAT. That was, I should have pointed that out. That was the other reason we wanted to go with that one.
If the 914 breaks down, is there any kind of replacement unit that comes in to play there?
Will they give us a loaner?
Yeah, if this has to
Generally less, yes, but I can ask our wastewater superintendent, Rebecca, she's here.
Okay.
Do you know if they give a loaner for those, or?
If they have one in stock, they will.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're usually pretty easy to work with because they want you to buy equipment from them in the future.
Okay. And this dealer is out of where?
I'm sorry?
Where's the dealer located?
The
Evansville?
CAT dealer?
Yeah.
Indianapolis? Yeah, no, there's no local CAT
Oh, yeah,
dealer
no.
in John for loaders. There's no local dealers. They're either Indy, Cincinnati, or Louisville. I don't know which one this is from, but they all work together because we had to go to Indy to test drive some of them.
Okay.
So again, tell me where the money's coming from,
The capital budget,
capital budget. Do we have, how much money is in that capital?
about
CapEx fund.
800,000.
800,000. Is
Yeah.
this coming out of sewer?
Sewer capital
Sewer
budget. This will come out of the sewer capital budget. This won't be for water or nothing else. This is just sewer. What's happened in the past with the loader we have, since it can't do it, we've been borrowing the one from the street department, taking it from them, taking it back. And that's not good for either one of us.
Is the one, is this for TSO, Chris, or was this for street department?
It's for TSO.
Okay, that's what I
TSO,
thought.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and they're gonna modify it and do some things to it to use it.
We need a bigger one up there than the one we have.
Right, and it works out
Yeah.
perfect because they need it, we need a different one because ours doesn't do what we want it to do.
With you.
A couple of the items you got highlighted here is you mentioned the rear view camera.
Right, the forks, they're a little bit longer, they're a foot longer. The auto bucket kick out, that it remembers, we move dumpsters down there too. And what that does is when you put it in, the next time you go, you hit that button and it goes right back to where it was because you can't see it very well when you're pulling up to the dumpster. So it remembers where to go and where to be. So and then you just pull in and hook it up. We've had a few incidents where we've missed. So that's a real benefit. I mean, most of those things that I've highlighted are safety things. The rear view camera, as you know, if you've got a rear view camera on your vehicle, it makes things much easier.
What about the auto creep?
That's something we would use if we put a broom on it to
Creep
sweep
speed.
up. To sweep, we'd have to modify it, but that's something we would use when we sweep up the waste that gets left around on the ground.
So it could be used for other purposes.
Yes, yes.
Adaptive. But
We'd have to adapt it to that, yes. It takes some doing, but yeah.
I mean, is that something you would,
Yes, we will plan on doing that,
Plan on doing it?
not immediately, but we would do that maybe once or twice a year. It's not something we do a lot.
Yeah.
But eventually I'd like to get that on there, but, and if we don't have that, then you can't do that, period.
if you had it,
Use it.
you might
It's
use it more
possible.
often, so.
Correct.
Possibly so.
And then the lights, they're LED. I don't know why I highlighted radio. I didn't even put an asterisk by it, but they really like that, I think, because when they're working there for 6 or 7 hours, it gets pretty boring, so they had a radio, so. But, and the hydraulic cycle time's lower's better, if you see that, and it's like 12 seconds faster, so that's another thing. But those are just benefits. The sell point to me was the Premier warranty for 60 months. That's a long time.
That's a big
5
deal.
years is with
big
Premier
deal.
warranty.
And that-
That's a really good warranty,
in that
which you
kind
don't
of
find
in that kind of
nowadays.
environment.
Yes, it's tough to get that kind of warranty now. But that's all I got.
Or do you have any other questions?
No.
I move that we authorize the acquisition of the wheel loader Brian is recommending, as well as the transfer through purchase of the smaller wheel loader to the TSO.
Correct.
Second your motion.
Any discussion? Comments or questions? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed?
Thank you.
Thank you, Brian.
Good report.
It's a twofer. Because we really need it at the TSO is what I'm saying. All right, moving on, let's, we have the Vine and Elm parking plans. Do you have those,
Yes.
Yes.
Mindy? An important part of our project that's going on with the Main Street is also to help organize parking on the side streets, the north and south side streets, as we go forward and work on the Main Street. So you guys are here today to talk about the Vine and Elm parking plans.
Yes, good morning, everyone. We are here to implement what the parking study had recommended, as well as the Main Street Master Plan had recommended, as we make improvements to Main Street to incorporate some golf cart parking, as well as striping of the parking on streets. One of the main points of the master plan for parking was the fact that we had inefficiencies in our parking because the striping wasn't there, and you'd have people parking, taking up 2 spaces, and some taking up 3, depending on if they wanted to park differently. So we will be implementing the plan in front of you, and I'll let Chris talk through that. But both the parking study and the Main Street master plan made the recommendations that are being presented today.
Yeah, so the main things to notice, the main points to this that you'll see on there is south of Main Street, the angled parking will be on the east side of the road, and the parallel parking will be on the west side of the road. That's not necessarily a change to how it's been, but if you go down there, you'll see the parking's kind of all over the place because it's not striped and it's not uniform, right? So that'll basically be the opposite on the north side. So on the north side, the parallel parking will be on the east, and the angled parking would be on the west, with, as Tony mentioned, the golf cart parking that was recommended in order to cut down on the use of spaces, of full parking spaces for the golf cart parking at the corners.
On your angled parking, I've seen a lot of large trucks around anymore, they have like a, full cab, extended bed, a
Yes.
hitch.
Yes, 22 feet long.
Yeah,
All the above,
yeah.
all the above.
Yeah, how's that going to work here? Is it going to be okay?
So the angled parking will need some common sense, right?
Good luck.
That, the striping, and I mean, you see that in other areas,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
Jefferson's an example I always use. It's as one of our widest streets, but there are times you try and drive down there where people have parked 6 feet off of the curb out of the ditch, and you can barely get 2 cars through, right? So we do need
Right.
some help with some common sense there.
Okay.
There's already a combination of angled and face parking in those areas. This will create more parking, which should give people better options, right? I can't make the street wider, so
Right.
if you have a 28-foot long truck, I would ask that you find a parallel parking spot and not an
Yeah.
angled spot, right?
Mindy, which slide is that you have up there? I can't, is it,
It is,
is it elm on top?
Vine, and this one is.
Okay, so it's the way it was in the book?
Yeah.
I mean, it's the way they're parking now, except I will say that on Vine, it's a mess.
On Vine, they
Yeah.
park
It's
face
a
in,
north-
face out.
North of Main Street, they're backing in, they're diagonal, some are parallel. And you've taken a pretty wide road and barely made it a one-way road. It needs some organization, but it is going to be different, because I noticed, like even in this image up there on the west side of Vine, north of Main, they're parking somewhat diagonally, mostly diagonally, and we're suggesting they're going to go to parallel there.
Yes. But they're parking diagonally. The intent was not to currently do that.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
And then we don't show any,
So it's a change to how they are parking. but
Well, you
it's
just need
not-
to kind of better inform them, because I know a couple of people live up there and they just back the trucks in,
Yes.
basically, and it's perpendicular. So you have some who are parallel,
Yeah.
some that are diagonal, and some that are perpendicular.
Yes.
It is really
So the main.
very narrow to get down through there, plus there's a church on that corner, which
Correct.
makes it difficult.
The main point is to bring order to this, show people clearly what the intent of the parking is, and then be able to enforce that if it's not being followed.
Yeah, and I think we need to communicate with them too, and maybe even have Hannah make up some door hangers or something, just to not scare them. Because it doesn't look like you'd be taking any parking away, you're just better organizing it. You actually end up getting more when it's better
Yes.
organized. But the block there on the west side of, the east side of Little Golden Fox, we don't show anything really marked out there. What's the plan there?
Yeah, I would say that with all these plans, there'll be a little bit of field verification, just as we did when we striped the streets this past year on West and others. We're going to try to get as many spaces as possible. They are going through a renovation, as you know, with some new entrances and stuff, and we didn't want to, we'll maximize that parking area once we talk to that owner
Okay.
and understand how they're
Because there's
egressing.
several driveways
There's
to go into
several
that building, the
driveways
way it was
there,
utilized
yeah.
before.
And so what you're seeing there's the alleyway, and then there's a driveway, and then I suspect there'll be a couple spaces on that side. We show one for sure. I suspect there'll be another one. The other thing I would tell you too is the striping company will maximize the distance. We can take parking spaces down to 18 feet from 20 if need be in a couple spots. Most people don't notice that. We've done that on West and Mulberry when we stripe. The goal is to maximize the number of spaces we can get in the amount of space that we have. These are rough estimates.
I don't see any golf cart parking related to Vine Street.
On Vine,
Right.
the golf cart park, this is an old one. Sorry. Let me see your.
I didn't think we had any there because it's
Because you have some
Actually-
on
it's Vine Street, I thought, where we were doing the
Elm Street.
golf
you
cart
have-
parking at the corner, just south of Main.
There's all sorts
So
of.
you have it on the others.
And I thought those were areas, are those new areas where the golf carts are going to be, or are they currently striped yellow? We don't need that much yellow, so when we put this parking stall back, it's going to accommodate, it's really two parking stalls for 4 golf carts.
Okay.
Yes, it's,
Is this right, or this
there is,
diagram
there
right?
is parking.
Because here's Vine.
I
There's-
get confused by
This would be it right here. This is Main.
Where's the
I
library?
thought there'd be some on that side, but
Is that the library?
the library would be right over here, I guess.
Elm.
Oh, that's right. Elm.
They're supposed to be,
Like that.
that's the library. Then what happened over here? They're supposed to be things here. They're just, there's 4 here. This is River Oak. This Elm Street plan's not connected to the.
This is Vine.
Vine.
This is Elm.
Yeah, Elm's fine.
Okay.
Okay, so on Vine, sorry, there's a handicap space here, and then there's 4 golf cart spaces.
Oh, okay.
It would look the same as.
It looks the same as the other one, sorry, there was a.
Okay.
Yeah. So there'll be 4 spaces,
Okay, no, well,
there. and a
On
handicap.
each of Vine and
And
Elm
Elm.
at
Well,
the
on-
northeast corner.
yeah.
While reviewing, I like what you said about finally bringing order to those 2 streets. I mean,
Well, it's the
To
same
me,
way on all the side streets. It's crazy.
and my question would be, going forward, would you look at something like that on Mill Street?
Yeah, the plan is to review the parking for the blocks north and south of Main as we do the improvements with
yeah.
each phase.
Another
So-
question is, with these plans, have you contacted the residents and the businesses, and the church, reviewed this with them? I mean, I'd like for them to know what's going on before we implement it and say, okay, this is it, take it or leave it, or like it or dislike it. I think they should be contacted and, have their opinions.
So
Express, so.
we've been out speaking to the invested parties, I would say, the directly invested parties, the library, the Golden Fox, all of the residents along the way, not specifically just about the parking, but also the other impacts to their project. This has also been put on the Main Street page that was put out there for public comment. We could go back and get some particular input on the parking itself.
Well, I mean,
but we
just-
don't see this as
Yeah.
a change to what they should have been doing. It's just trying to make it more clear, I guess, is more
Yeah,
so
it's-
how we
it's-
view the parking itself.
It's very consistent with the pattern of parking now, except it's going to be organized.
Yeah.
The only place where I see it's a little bit different is on Vine Street, where you have on both sides cars just parking perpendicular to the curb. And there's nowhere in Madison where you have perpendicular parking unless you're in a parking lot. So I think this will bring some organization, which is why I was suggesting maybe a door hanger or something just to let them know that the pattern's going to change. And it's not going to be the first thing they do in the Main Street project, right? It's going to be toward the tail end.
Yeah, this will happen after the paving, striping happens.
So we have some
after
time to
paving,
communicate
so
with the
it'll be
residents up there.
Late in October, likely. I will clarify that we are not paving south or north.
Right.
We will be within about 30, 35 feet of Main Street that gets paved, but we are striping all of that street at the time
Right.
we're there.
Well, I know it's probably not gonna have much impact on the church on Vine Street, because I think they've angled parked for years that I know of. The residents across the street, yeah, it's gonna be a change for them, the homeowners. And so,
Yeah, I don't think you're losing very many spaces at all, but you will organize it.
Yeah.
But again, it does eliminate this, strange pattern of parking backing in and parking perpendicular to the curb, and it actually, this pattern will give you a lot wider roadway to work with versus how they're parking now. It's very haphazard. It's a little different. With that said, I will make a motion that we approve the parking patterns as presented for, and with the conversation of notifying the residents for Vine and Elm Streets.
I'll second your motion.
Any discussion? Comments or questions? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much.
You want to give us, while you're there, you want to give us an update on Main Street and Clifty?
Yes, so Clifty Drive, as everyone is.
That was going to be really easy, right?
Notice, yeah, it's going really well. I would say milled probably a little bit further than they should.
On Clifty Drive?
On
Okay.
Clifty Drive, which created a few concerns this weekend. They're addressing that this morning as far as making sure the traffic pattern is safe and clearly marked. The milling is proceeding very quickly, so they'll be paving. We expect that all of the lanes will be opened back up, and then they will temporarily shut them as they pave. They will unbag the traffic lights. We'll go back to the condition that we had last fall as they finish up the paving. So,
Looks like good progress being made now, and then
Yes.
what about the Wilson Avenue culvert?
so Wilson Avenue is back open.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Just
Wilson
in time for
Avenue.
school.
Yeah, it was
Need it.
open last week.
Oh, good.
So it got open. There was an announcement made about that. It does still need some curb work, and it'll get a final pave, but for now, it's open for school. They did go ahead and meet that commitment, so we were happy to see that. And then,
Looks like the sidewalks are rounding the curve on Michigan.
yeah, sidewalks have rounded the corner of Michigan. They're wrapping that up, which they have to have in place in order to be able to do their final mill and pave along there, right? So they are making really good progress. We expect that one to wrap up shortly. And Main Street, people will start seeing, they've already staged the barricades at the corners. We expect later this week, probably Wednesday to Thursday, that they'll start with progress on the project itself.
I like the signs too.
Yes.
The notice signs.
Yes, they had some good signs with that project, so we're going to work to replicate that going forward.
I'd sure like to see a nice sidewalk on Green Road from Michigan Road to Craigmont Street to make the whole square sidewalk.
It'd be nice if Green Road was widened. That would be the,
Well, I want to look at that neighborhood. It's a little tight.
There's a lot of people
Very
that
tight.
have opinion on Green Road. I'll tell you the same thing I tell everybody else. We need to look closely at the Pacer ratings and go in an orderly fashion.
Yeah.
I know that one's high on the list, though.
Yeah.
That section of the Y in particular gets a lot of issues, right? So we are looking at
I
those.
know the guy that lives at 225 Green Road would like to see a nice
Would like
sidewalk through there.
There's a lot of walking.
That's all I say about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it would be a nice tie from of course, Hatcher Hill across to Heritage Trail, which is there at Lanier.
Okay.
Now they go up through Mauser Street and down around.
And around. Okay, so we can take a look at that.
You know, several issues there. Maybe you can tie into it and satisfy the guy at 225. He could be.
He's a troublemaker.
He is.
Yeah.
He's a lot of trouble.
I hear he's never happy. We'll do our best.
Never, never.
well, social media lit up over the weekend over Clifty Drive.
Glad
And if people would just pay attention and slow down. I drove on Clifty Drive yesterday, never had a problem.
Yes,
Yeah,
the
I mean-
hope is people would recognize it's a construction zone.
Exactly.
It's fluid at the moment and use some reasonable caution, kind of like with the parking. We know that doesn't always happen, but we'll do our best and.
Don't drive 50 mile an hour in a
Yeah.
construction zone.
So we did get them back Saturday night to try and make it better and work through the weekend, and then this morning they're cleaning it up as quick as they can.
Thank you.
It'll
Thank
be
you.
nice when it's finished.
Yes, I think everybody will be happy when it's done. I understand nobody likes getting to the end, but when it's finished, it'll be nice.
Then they can complain about Main Street, so.
It's already started.
Already started, yeah.
What? People complain? All right, let's move on with the rest of the agenda. Resolution 2025-38B is Chief Scudder here or someone here on behalf of MPD?
This resolution 2025-38B, resolution of the Board of Public Works and Safety of the City of Madison, Indiana regarding a street closing for the National Night Out, whereas there's been a request filed by Sean Scudder on behalf of the City of Madison Police Department and Fire Departments for a street closing in connection with the National Night Out to be held on August 11th, 2025. Now therefore be it resolved by the Board of Public Works and Safety of the City of Madison, Indiana, that Vaughn Drive between the west side of West Street and the east side of Poplar Street shall be closed from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Monday, August 11th.
This is for the National Night Out at Bicentennial Park.
Yes.
And I know it's probably a schedule change because isn't National Night Out this week? Is it?
I believe it is this week.
Yeah. But I believe the date was moved because of conflicts with all of the school open houses,
Yes.
which is why it was moved to a different date, Monday of August 11th. Anything else to add?
No, that's it. It's a pretty successful event last year, we
Yeah.
felt, and, yeah, we did get a lot of complaints from the school-age parents that it was the same night as the open house, so I think that's a good idea to move it forward.
Yeah, I agree too.
What kind of events are you planning for that
Nothing-
evening? Cookout or?
Cookout, yeah, I think last year we had some of our canine guys down there. At this point, I'm not sure what else has been finalized.
There was a sprinting contest between Chief Scudder and Sheriff Flint that I was hoping to see a rematch of. Maybe we can work that in the schedule too.
Hope somebody has that on video, so
It was pretty good.
if not, we'll definitely get a video this year.
Oh, and Chief Scudder won, by the way. Just, I knew that you got, that was the cliffhanger. You guys were wanting to know about that.
Yeah.
Well, I'll make a motion, we approve resolution 2025-38B.
I'll second. Any discussion, comments, or questions? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Thanks, Major.
Thank you.
Next one is 2025-39B, and this involves the farmer's market. And it's for a street closing for the farmer's market on August 12th, 2025. Whereas there's been a request filed by Brittany Demery on behalf of the Madison Farmers Market for a street closing for said group in connection with the Madison Farmers Market to be held on Tuesday, August 12th, 2025 from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. And that is for the streets and sidewalks to be closed during that time of southbound lane of Broadway Street from the north side of Main Street to the south side of 3rd Street, sidewalks on the north side of Main Street from Main Street to Trinity Methodist Church and 408 Broadway Street.
Hi, Brittany.
Hi.
Congratulations again. You know, she manages the oldest farmer's market in the state of Indiana.
Thank you.
And it's that way because of really good management. So thanks for being here. Tell us a little bit about this because you actually have, can we do both of these, Joe, at the same time? Because I think there's two. I know they're different.
So it's just for the same thing on September.
Well, the other one's a different street, but Jefferson Street. So we'll have Jefferson Street around the courthouse and then this one. That confuse things?
Just the parking spots.
What's
on
that?
Just the parking spots on Jefferson and May.
Where the old farmer's market was.
Yes, we have another one for where the farmers market used to be, 2025-40B, and that is for.
Hey, grab your mic, Joe, if you don't mind. Thanks.
That's for Tuesday, September 9th, 2025, from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. And that is for the parking spaces on the east side of Jefferson Street between Jefferson Street and 2nd Street, and the parking spaces on the south side of Main Street between Jefferson Street and the alley east of the Jefferson County Courthouse.
I've just got a question about the Jefferson Street closing. Item 1, the parking spaces on the east side of Jefferson Street between Jefferson Street and Second Street. Should that be Main Street
yeah.
and Second?
So these are the evening markets that you're experimenting with? I think they've gone over well.
Yeah, they've been a great success so far. It's a whole different crowd.
If you haven't had a chance to visit one yet, the one they had a week or so ago at Lanier Mansion was really fun.
It was really nice. They had really nice weather.
With the correction for 2025 40B Main Street Board, does anybody want to make a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion we
39B
approve
and 40B.
39B and 40B
I'll second.
as corrected, so.
Okay, we have a second. Any discussion, comments, or questions? Would you have a question?
Sorry, I'm Jan Vatrus at 701 East Second Street. I promised the Historic Societies and the Parks Department that there would be communication about street closings, and so I'm just asking if anybody, like people that work at the courthouse, know, or have you talked to anybody that would be affected by the street closing?
Austin Sims, the director of Main Street, already had a meeting and went in front of the courthouse, and they've already approved it. We were just coming here to approve the parking spots, so it's already been approved by them. We had a notice that's going to go out to all the employees there. Obviously, we didn't send that out until we were getting the parking spots approved, which will go out later
Yeah.
today or tomorrow.
And it don't take effect till 4 o'clock, does the courthouse close at 4 o'clock? So
Yes. Yeah, once it
basically
flies.
be after hours, so.
Be fun. What are the actual hours of the market?
It's going to be 6 to 8.
6 to 8, okay. Give you time for a second. All right, good deal. We have motion and second. Any other questions? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Brittany.
The last one is Resolution 2025-41B, a resolution of the Board of Public Works and Safety of the City of Madison, Indiana regarding a portion of Broadway Street, closing the portion of Broadway Street for a Broadway school reunion and street dance. Whereas there's been a request filed by Mike Perry on behalf of the Eureka Lodge number 30 for a street closing in conjunction with the Broadway school reunion and street dance to be held on Saturday, September 20th, 2025. Now therefore be it resolved by the Board of Public Works and Safety of the City of Madison, Indiana, that Broadway Street between 4th Street and 5th Street shall be closed on Saturday, September 20th, 2025, from 3 p.m. until 11 p.m.
Welcome.
Good morning.
Again.
How are you?
Awesome.
Any questions?
What year is this?
2025.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, anniversary is this? I'm not talking about your anniversary with your lovely wife, just to clarify.
What anniversary?
I'd say it's probably about 53 years.
Golly. It's always fun. Board, any questions?
You're always invited.
I know, I come. It's a great time.
Maybe describe some of your events and activities that you're planning for.
We're having a DJ and we'll probably have food trucks and bouncy houses for the kids,
Music.
music.
Right.
That's about it.
Oh, always,
Yeah.
always fun. I'll move that we approve Resolution 25-41B.
I'll second your motion.
Second, any discussion? Comments or questions?
Yes, we need trash cans.
Gina has a facilities use form, I think that you guys will fill out and give to her.
Excuse me?
Gina has a facility use form that's separate from this.
Okay. All right, that should be about it, but the electric, we need electric too.
Yep. Electric down there in the park.
This function will be over at 11 p.m., 5 to 11.
Okay,
Good luck.
fun time. We'll see you down there.
All right, thank you.
So we have motion and a second. Any discussion, comments or questions? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Last up, Pace.
Got two for you this time. They're both finals.
Okay.
Okay, I'll start. So the first one is 123 Central Avenue. It is a rehabilitation grant. They have completed work, and their project was to remove all of the vinyl siding that was on the structure and replace it with LP Smart. That has been completed. There should be pictures of the finished work in your packet.
Very nice. Good.
So that's that first one.
Can you tell them how much?
7,500.
And we have a second one for
Yes, the
304
second
Jefferson
one-
Street.
304 Jefferson Street, also a rehabilitation grant for 7,500, requesting the full amount. This time they did window replacement. The original structure was like a greenish yellow. It is now black. That was not part of the grant, but that work has been done, and the windows are complete.
And work on Jefferson Street,
Oh, man.
transformed it.
Yeah.
Half a block there, really looks nice,
Good.
so.
There's still a couple of properties to work on, but it is so much better from where it was just a few years ago.
Yeah.
We have good investors who are working hard to preserve or actually restore buildings that were really dilapidated.
Did a lot of cleanup too in the back of these buildings off the alley where you can see.
Right.
We're going to improve that block.
I'll move that we approve both PACE finals, in the amount of 7,500 each.
I'll second your motion.
Any discussion, comments, or questions? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? All right, moving on, mayor's comments. Sorry, Carl.
You always thought of things, Dave.
Dang.
He left from last time.
Yeah, I know. As you can see, there's lots going on around town with regard to construction projects, long-awaited Main Street, beginning of the Main Street restoration, and it's happening this week. I would mention too, as you're up on the hill, driving down Clifty Drive, once it gets beautifully resurfaced, take a look at the residence at Sunrise Crossing. You'll see it really starting to take shape. One of the buildings, third story and roof truss systems already in place, and there's a couple more that are making great progress, but bringing much needed housing to the city. Just mentioned August and September, as you can also tell by the number of resolutions here. Very, very busy festival months, something going on every single weekend. Hopefully, everyone in Madison will get out and support these festivals. And then also, I want to thank our Streets Department, Parks Department, Utility Department, everybody that's involved in, the facilitating of these festivals. It's a enormous investment by the city with staff and resources. And then, of course, our DOC crews play an important role, too, of getting our festivals in shape, as well as returning the spaces back to normal usage. That's all I have for now. Any public comments? If there are, please come to the podium and provide your name and address. Hi, sir.
My name's Claude Roche. I live at 820 Fillmore Alley, right
Okay.
by the bridge.
Okay.
And after talking to these gentlemen here, I don't know if you can help me or not anyway. But my complaint is, when I bought my property, I had to pay a little bit more than it's worth to get it because of the view and the ambiance and everything. And I've put a lot more money in that house trying to make it nice for the whole
Yeah.
area.
Yeah.
But after driving up and down River Road, and I would sit on my deck back there and notice a strip from the edge of the river up. They're neglecting mowing that completely. that grass is high as my waist. And like I told them, as animals travel in the high grass, snakes, skunks, raccoons, groundhogs, possums. And I saw my first skunk Thursday going across that playground right there at that park. And I've trapped 5 groundhogs and a possum the size of a dog. And 3 times my trap was sprung.
So you're talking about to the, kind of where it's leveled off down to the riverbank? Okay.
The ladies up at the jailhouse mowed that about 2 weeks ago down to the edge of that tall grass. But my thing is, if you come up river, up where they loaded the boats for the regatta, that's all well manicured until you get about 50, 100 feet past that area. From there on up, all the way under the bridge, all the way up, that grass is growing high as my waist.
We'll take a look at it, sir. Some of that is private property, but I know that it should be mowed.
Well, they said it's private property. If I could find out who owned it, I'm willing to donate right now, right today, $200 to get someone to mow that down because I think it's part of the beauty of that river.
I agree with you.
And keep down the animal thing. And I got another comment. Do we have a volunteer organization in this town? I volunteered here a while back, right after the flood, to go down there and help pick up debris and stuff, and I left my phone number. Nobody ever called me. But the playground on the little park right there where the swings are, ever since the flood, it's growing up with grass. It's just taken over. And I'm sure that costs a lot of money to do that, to build that little area there. And if we could just get some people together, I got a rake.
Yeah.
You can go down and rake that grass up and clean that mess up there. I'm really in favor of our parks. I mean,
I appreciate
see a
that.
lot of people come down to like
Yeah.
family reunions and fathers, I'm impressed, fathers bring their kids down there to play on
That park is highly, highly utilized.
It is. And that riverfront is part of the ambiance of this town. You know, I tell people Madison has the reputation of being one of the best little cities in the country. And that's not only because you can go downtown and get a burger and ice cream, it's because of that crown jewel right there on that river.
Yes, I agree. And where did you move here from?
Charlestown.
Charlestown? Gotcha. I agree with you, and we will talk to our Parks and Street Departments about the condition of the grass.
Now, the state has one of them tractors that has a bush hog that hangs out to the right.
Yeah.
That's what you need down there. You don't even have to get close to the river's edge, just knock it down.
Yep.
And like I said, I'm willing to donate $200 if that's what it takes to get that done. I'm willing to do it.
I appreciate that, sir.
And if you guys need my address or phone number, let me know.
Okay. We've got your address, and we'll reach out to you.
Thank you.
All right, thanks so
Thank you.
much, sir. Any other public comments? Any comments from the board? Next meeting will be Monday, August the 18th at 11:30. Motion to adjourn.
Second.
I move to adjourn. You seconded it. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thanks.
Be
Thanks, everyone.
patient.
Thank you. Thank you, Claude.
I'm just wondering if there's, how steep that bank is.
I mean, you got that reach.